Learn English through stories. Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes sat in his cluttered study, his mind racing as he tried to piece together the clues from his latest case. He had been working on it for weeks, and still he couldn't seem to crack it. Suddenly, there was a knock on his door. It was his loyal companion and friend, Dr. John Watson. "Come in, Watson," Sherlock said, his eyes never leaving the paper in front of him. Watson entered the room, a concerned look on his face. "Sherlock, it's been days since you've left this room. You need to eat and get some rest." But Sherlock brushed off his friend's worries. "I can't rest until I solve this case. There's something here that I'm missing. I can feel it." Watson sighed and pulled up a chair next to Sherlock. "What is this case? Maybe I can help." Sherlock hesitated for a moment before finally relenting and sharing the details of the case with Watson. It was a string of seemingly unrelated murders that had been occurring all over London. But Sherlock had a hunch that they were all connected in some way. As they discussed the evidence and theories, Watson's medical expertise and keen observations proved to be invaluable to Sherlock. Together, they were able to piece together a possible motive and suspect. Excited by their breakthrough, Sherlock and Watson set out to gather more evidence and confront the suspect, but as they closed in on the truth, they realized they were in for a dangerous game of shadows. The suspect turned out to be none other than Professor James Moriarty, Sherlock's arch-nemesis. Moriarty was a mastermind and had been pulling the strings all along, using the murders as a distraction from his true plan. Sherlock and Watson found themselves in a race against time as they tried to outsmart Moriarty and stop him from carrying out his sinister plan. It was a battle of wits and strategy, with both sides making calculated moves and counter-moves. In the end, it all came down to one final showdown between Sherlock and Moriarty. With Watson by his side, Sherlock used his brilliant deductive skills to outsmart Moriarty and foil his plans. As they emerged victorious, Watson couldn't help but admire Sherlock's brilliance and bravery, but he also knew that it came at a cost. Sherlock had once again put his life on the line for the sake of solving a case. As they walked back to their flat, Watson couldn't help but ask, "Was it worth it, Sherlock? Risking your life for this case?" Sherlock stopped and turned to face his friend. "Of course it was, Watson. Solving cases and catching criminals is what I live for. It's my game, and I will always play it." And with that, Sherlock and Watson continued on their way, ready for their next adventure and game of shadows. Please answer the following question based on the story. Did Sherlock manage to solve the case by the end of the story? Goodbye, until next time.